స్టార్ట్ చేసేద్దాం. హరే కృష్ణ. Bhakti Vaibhava. 5.8.1 onwards. इसको 'ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते. तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all of you for today's session. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 8th chapter, from first sloka onwards. In yesterday's class, we have seen Bharata Maharaj, how he was ruling his kingdom. Even though he is a pure devotee, he is in the pure devotional platform. He was performing 24 hours, pratikshanam, shravanadi bhakti. So also he is doing his karma. This thing we discussed. Every moment he was doing Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti. Pure devotion means doing Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti for all the time, 24/7, every moment. So, and doing that and also how to do karma. So this thing we discussed. So such a way, that means, but in the till the Nishtha stage, so he is fully endeavoring to do every minute because of his anarthas, his bhajan sometimes, so not steady actually. anishtita bhajana. That's why you say. But his endeavor is there for every moment to do devotion. Because the reason is he has what he has actually. Why he is able to do 24 every minute he was endeavoring. The reason is what is the thing he has? Why someone is able to endeavor every minute to do Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti? Dhrudha Shraddha he has. That is the reason actually. So Dhrudha Shraddha is there, that's why. So that's why Sadhu Sangha, Bhajanagiri, Anarthanivritti all also comes under so pure devotion only. That is also should be to do that also one should be having. So people think that Nishtha means Dhrudha Shraddha. Nishtha stage is Dhrudha Shraddha. But actually, no. Beginning itself is Dhrudha Shraddha. Then that means Dhrudha Shraddha is a qualification for pure devotion. That means our pure devotion definition applies to only Nishtha onwards. No, no. It applies to the everything actually. Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya. So that's why Shraddha, Prabhupada also mentions many times, Shraddha means not ordinary Shraddha. So here Shraddha means Jata Shraddha, means Dudha Shraddha. So it's very, very strong Shraddha, which so that one is able to endeavor till Anartha Nivritti. But Anarthas means what kind of Anarthas? Not the sinful things. Here Anarthas also, one should not have sinful desires. Because before entering into Shraddha itself, they have done already Varnashrama, Dharma, they follow along with Bhakti. There itself, Vikarma is completely rejected actually. So all the sinful things like illicit sex, having the meat eating, all these things are left out before itself. So otherwise they will not be in the Sattva Guna and they can't get Drodha Shraddha at all because when one is in sinful heart, how he can develop such a strong faith on scriptures conclusions? So that's a yeshantu antagatam papam jananam punya karmana. So that's why so to get the drodhata in bhakti, one should be free from the sinful things, papa karma. So that's why anardhini vritti means we should not take, that means he's doing sinful activities and still he is because of his anarthas. Is it possible after the Shraddha also, can you say sinful activities are there? Can you say like that? Huh? Yes or no? No. Because so the sinful things are left before Shraddha itself. Before Shraddha itself, sinful things are left over. Before Shraddha itself, sinful things are. That's why in the 11th canto also, 20th chapter, Dukkho Darkanscha, that means after Shraddha, Anardhani Vritti, that means Anardhas are there. So that Anardhas are not the sinful things. Those are all out of his punya karya, some enjoyment. So that enjoyment he may do sometimes, but he will regret for that while doing that also. So that while doing enjoyment also he has regretting nature. So that's why in that way Dainyatmika Bhakti is existing there also. So in this way, 24 hours devotion is the thing, is qualified thing for the pure devotion. Is the thing one should do. So then Bharata Maharaj, how he is doing this thing both? That means 24 hours Shravana Kirtan and also doing karma to set an example to the society. How it is able to, how it can be done. This was the thing. What we discussed, just a quick reminder, quick recalling. So how you are doing? Dhruva Shraddha is having pure devotion 24 hours. Shravanam Kirtan also is doing and also he is doing karma. Seeing creator in the creation, yes, that is a thing. Another. Then how he is living his kartrtvam for the from the karma and how he is living the results of the karma. Examples. Example, when he does a yajna, so kartrtvam also he left how? Because if we feel kartrtvam, then what will happen? That kartrtvam, that means I am the doer of this karma, will cover bhakti. I am servant of the Lord or I am the doer of this karma. So if you think that someone I am doer of the I'm a Kshatriya, I'm doing this performer of this yajna. So this upadhi, if one thinks like this, then what will happen? Huh? What principle of pure devotion is broken? Jnana karmadi anavrutam is broken actually. That means his bhakti should be always uncovered by the karma, jnana, and so on. So that means he should not think that I am the performer of this duty. If that is there, that consciousness is there, then gone. That means he is not in the platform of Jiver Swarup Perer Krishna Nitya Das. Nitya Dasata par nahi hai. वो अभी कर्म पर है. If someone think I am brahmachari, then it is also covering or not? It is also upad, covering only. Yeah, coming to the varnashrama. So one day everyone we should come out from these kind of upadhis, ashrama upadhis and varna upadhis, both. So then bhakti is known as uncovered bhakti. So such a bhakti is nothing but what? Direct devotion, shravanam kirtanam. But covering with him, identifying himself with the varna and ashramas, upadhis, and doing karma and offering that karma, that is very indirect actually. लंबा चौड़ा है वो तो. किसी को प्यार करना है तो डायरेक्टली करना है, तो किसी के माध्यम से करेंगे. डायरेक्टली करना चाहिए. कुछ देना है तो कुछ मुझे दे दो, ऐसा पूछते हैं. नहीं नहीं तो आप क्या उनको बोलेगा और वो आके आपको बोले. तो पहले आप अपने आप को डायरेक्ट मैं सेवक हूं करके भावना करो, नहीं तो मैं अपने आप को ब्राह्मण मानूंगा, उसके बाद उस तरह पर कुछ करूंगा, वो ले जाके आपको दे दूंगा. So I feel myself as so Brahmana, then after that I do based upon that something, and that something also not directly devotion, and that something I will give to you, then it will become bhakti. Then what is this? It is uninterrupted service or interrupted service? It's interrupted. Interrupted, how to decide? Direct devotion or indirect? So that where is the interruption? Because when he identifies himself as Brahmana and does the karma, actually at that time it is not bhakti actually. Like a Brahmana activities, Kshatriya activities, Vaishya activities, he is doing agriculture. That itself, that activity is not bhakti. When it is offered, then it is becoming bhakti. That means why this much time what he is doing, it is a karma only. Now its karma is offered to the Lord, then that became bhakti. That means interruption came. This much period. So then what should be done? Then continuous all the time. All the time you should do devotion. That direct devotion. That's Shravanam Kirtan. So how Bharata Maharaj managed being a king and that many activities? How he managed? Various karma activities, Kshatriya activities, Raja Dharma. How he managed? He kept representatives also. So if there is no problem, if he kept some representatives to do his activity, and if they do, so is it going to cover his bhakti or not? No, why? Because it is done by others for others. What is the proof then? And others, if it is done by others for others' sake, so how it cannot be covering? When it will be covered? Proof. When it will be covered? When karma will cover bhakti. If it is one done by himself for himself. For himself. By himself, for himself. What is that proof for that? Tavat karmani kurvita. Kurvita is the main important term. Kurvita, ta is what pratyay? Atmanepada pratyay actually. Atmanepada pratyay is used there actually, deliberately. By whom? This sloka said by whom? Krishna. Krishna himself told to Uddhava. So that's why this sloka atmanepada pratyaya is there. So that is indicating that. So those who didn't get the qualification to enter into the bhakti or jnana marga, suddha bhakti marga and suddha jnana marga, they should do karma by themselves for themselves.
Atmanepada is not a sloka somewhere.
Huh?
This sloka, the Atmanepada is not.
No. Kurvita, when you do dukrin dhatu, you take dukrin dhatu and you add the suffixes, which suffix atmanepada suffix, then the term became kurvita. Otherwise, it should become kurute. Kurute is a lat lakara and kuryat. That means he should do kuryat. This is the parasmaya pada pratyaya actually. Kuryat is not used. Kurvita is used. This is the pratyaya actually. Atmanepada pratyaya is used after dhatu, dukrin dhatu. Then the word kurvita is formed. That atmanepada pratyaya is indicating that this Vyakti, that means this person should do karma. So doing, dukrin means karanam. So karma. So doing. So he should do what? Karmani. That means karma he should do for himself. So by himself. That is the thing actually. Vishwanath Thakur is bringing the, so that pratyaya what is used actually. Based upon that he is establishing. So those who are not qualified for entering into the Suddha Bhakti or otherwise Jnana, they has to do karma by themselves further. But who entered then, so they should not do. What they should not do? They should not do karma by themselves and for themselves. If they did like that, then it is going to offer. It is going to cover the Bhakti. But Bharata Maharaj is making others to do on his behalf. Pratinidhi. Some he is doing, some activities he is doing himself. Some are he is arranging. So like this, that means these pure devotees, even they are in the family life, the family persons can do pure devotion or not, first of all. Grosthas can do pure devotion or not?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone can do actually. But how will they'll be? The consciousness is like this. So when he does karma, so how he is coming out from that kartrtva? With what kind of chetana he is able to come out?
Instrument in the hands.
So that is how philosophically support it.
God is doing.
Paramatma is doing, and actually everything is done by, even Bhagavad Gita is saying every activity is done by whom? Prakrti's three gunas. And they are under whose direction? Lord direction. That means he is seeing actuality. Jivatma unnecessarily claims all the things. Everything is done by whom? Prakrti. And punishment is given to whom? Prakrti. But claiming who is doing? Jivatma. Because he is being covered with avidya, he forgot himself. On top of this ahankara, durahankara, false ego. So someone, he has stolen something. And the police came and he is giving punishment to that thief. And third person is seeing and he thinking that he has stolen and he is getting punishment. So who is the third person? Jivatma, which is covered with avidya.
So what is punishment for them?
So sukham dukkham is the qualities of mind only, not the Jivatma. Jivatma is nainam chindanti sastrani nainam dahati pavaka. Najainam kledayantyapo nasoshayati maruta. Jivatma cannot be cut, cannot be given pain. Jivatma can get pain? Never. Jivatma get pain? Never actually. Jivatma can be beaten? No. So then who is beaten actually? The body. And pain is coming to whom? That is avidya. Yeah. That's why we are very far from actual reality. Our Chetana, deeply engrossed in our body. So like this, actually, to be frank, so in this way, so Paramatma is the actually saksad kartari. What is there in that sloka? Sakshat kartari. Who is that sakshat kartari? Vasudeve is sakshat kartari Bhagavati. So the Vasudeva is sakshat karta. That's a proof. He is the direct doer actually. Because he is making these modes to move. So this thing, in this way, so Bharata Maharaj see everything. That means such a stable consciousness is possible when one is in the mode of goodness. Drishadha should be there, of course. And that Drishadha will be possible when in the mode of goodness. Otherwise, we will forget the concept of Drishadha also. What we have Drishadha. Understand that how far we are actually. Are we in a pure devotional platform? Truly speaking, no. Bhakti is covered with these so many things. So, like fatherly feeling, motherly feeling, husband feeling, all these feelings are covering. So they are making priority. They are leading those feelings are leading or I am servant of the Lord. This is leading in our heart. Tell me. What that means? Who is given priority actually? Krishna wanted even for other things, he is expecting to give zero priority. That is the meaning of Sarvadharman Parityajya. Zero completely. And so seeing everything just like modes are acting. That is the beginning of devotion, actually. Pure devotion. In that state, so he might be having some kind of anartha. He will be having some anarthas. So Sukruta, Dushkruta, Artha. That means Dushkruta Anarthas means not interested to do sinful activities. Before itself, he left already doing sinful. But the impressions might be there. So all those things he will clean away by the constant chanting all the time. Then he will come to Nishta Ruchi Asat. This is the target. Ah. No. Devotional service begins with the Drashata. A mode of goodness is required. Right. So should we make conscious effort to be in mode of goodness? We should be because we should be always prefer to be in the mode of goodness. We should be cautiously be in the mode of goodness. But we think that anyway we are doing devotion, no problem. I can do anything, any risk. वही जाल में फंस जाते हैं वो चिड़िया फंस जाएगा so, because we don't have any drushadha also we are not beyond the bodily platform so aspirations are good but actuality is different finally it is hence proved that he became victim for this thing this is the outcome every time it comes so that's why devotees they simplify their life as much as possible only that means who want to endeavor to the pure devotion, who want to enter into the pure devotion, they make life seriously. That's why people should seriously understand what is this state of pure devotion and what is the required qualification for that eligibility, and then how to get that. If whoever understand that very clearly and very strongly, so definitely they will make a radical changes in their life. They will take radical decisions to achieve that that depends upon the intensity of desire of getting platform of pure devotion. So otherwise, with the dragging mode, we can't. This dragging will not end anytime actually. Dragging. We'll be aspiring and we are having the high aspirations and high dreams, but actuality is not meeting that. Is not reaching. This will be the end result will be this one. So that's why we should not be hopeless. Prabhupada said many instructions. One should be living a simple life as much as possible. And that's why individually and communally, so we have to come together. Individually also we can't do anything. This is the force is like 1,000 kilometers of per hour. Such a flow is going in that river, and you want to cross that river. If you go alone, Just putting 1 feet actually, just you want to cross that bank, you want to cross this to that river and reach to that side. By that time, you think you will be there. Already 100 kilometers far away. So, because it's 1,000 kilometers per hour in 1 second, how much? It's more than that you can take 10,000 kilometers per hour, then it will good. Because the impressions, the flow, the whatever the nature we made actually, we collected our nature from the many lives. Those samskaras are very powerful. So just by seeing the sense objects, immediately they wake up and they become so strong and they will create the desires rapidly. Even every moment they may keep on making with various so desires for you, various impressions, and it is making you to forget everything whatever you heard. So such a flow is there actually. This is a flow means what? The flow of the desires being the senses are in contact with the sense objects. So that is leading to waking up the samskaras which are there in our heart, which are not cleaned even by doing some devotion by us. So those will create this chain of desires, and that desire or chain of desires will make even to forget. So all kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajoguna samadva. So all these various desires, and then after the frustration, there's so many things, connected things. This is like a flow actually. This is flow of 1,000 kilometers per hour. And now you have to be stably so keeping yourself in the mode of goodness, and then you have to observe your consciousness that you should not forget a moment. That means to not to that means you should not forget a moment also to not to forget the Krishna. So you have to always remember Krishna, and also see that every activity is done by Paramatma and not by me. So to be in that consciousness, how much stability is needed actually, in every moment. So how much we should be, how much peace. That means this passion should be so drastically should be reduced out. Otherwise, what will happen? Then gone. So that's why, can you go alone in this flow? No. But if you take the like 100 people hand in hand, they kept hand fully tightly, they keep holding each one's hand together. Then can you go and can you cross this flow? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
We can try at least. Sometimes even 100 also go away. Then it should increase. So then slowly, step by step, you can put and safely can reach. So that's why Kalau Sangha Sakti, by even devotional process. So that's why people should come together and make a plan of to be in the simple life, and so understand the deepness of the pure devotion. So act to get that qualification, endeavor, and then after that practice, then we can get success. Otherwise, we'll take come for next round. Next round will be there. Means next birth. Okay. Eighth chapter will start. Sri Sukavacha Ekada tu mahanadhyam कृताभिषेक नैमिकावश्यको ब्रह्माक्षरा अभिगृणानु मुहूर्तत्रयम् उदकांत उपवेश. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, one day after finishing his morning duties, evacuating, urinating, and bathing, Maharaja Bharat sat down on the bank of river Gandaki for a few minutes and began chanting his mantra, beginning with Omkara. He worshipped Surya Narayana. Tatra tada rajan harini pipasaya जलाशयाभ्यासमेके ओप जगाम.
Muhurta is translated as minutes. Muhurta Trayam for 3 minutes. 3 muhurtas.
So, Muhurta Trayam. So he entered into the three murtas. What he is done? What is the question actually? I didn't know.
Why is it translated as a minute, 3 minutes? 3 murtas is almost 96 minutes. 3 murtas means
चलेगा लास्ट नहीं करता लिक्विडिटी तत्र तदा राजन् हरिणी पिपासया जलाशयाभ्यासमेकयोप जगाम. O king, while Bharata Maharaj was sitting on the bank of the river, a dog, being very thirsty, came there to drink. तया पेपीयमान उदके तावद् एव अविदूरेण नदतो मृगपतेः उन्नादो लोकभयङ्कर उदपतत्. While the dog was drinking with great satisfaction, a lion, which was very close, roared very loudly. This was frightful to every living entity, and it was heard by the crowd. Tamupashrutya sa mrugavaduhu prakrti विक्लवा चकित निरीक्षण सुतरामपि हरिभयाभिनिवेश व्याघ्र हृदया परिप्लव दुष्टिर गततृषा भयात् सहसैवोच्चक्राम. By nature, the dog was always afraid of being killed by others, and it was always looking about suspiciously. When it heard the lion's tumultuous roar, it became very agitated. Looking here and there with disturbed eyes, the dog, although it had not fully satisfied itself by drinking water, suddenly leaped across the river. तस्या उत्पतन्त्या अंतर्वन्त्या ऊरुभयाव अवगलितो योनि निर्गतो गर्भः स्रोतसे निपपाता. Sorry. The doe was pregnant, and when it jumped out of fear, the baby deer fell from its womb into the flowing waters of the river. Rupa is writing, there is every chance of woman's having miscarriage if she experiences some ecstatic emotion or is frightened. Pregnant women should therefore be spared all these external influences. Tat prasavotsarsarpण भयकेदातुर स्वगणेन वीज्यमान कस्याचित् चिद्धार्यं कृष्णसारसति निपपाताथ च मम. Being separated from its flock and distressed by its miscarriage, the black dog Krishnasara, having crossed the river, was very much distressed. Indeed, it fell down in a cave and died immediately. So mother chali gayi. She left her body. Tam tved kunakam kripanam srota sanuhyamanam abhiviksha apaviddam bandhurivanu kampaya rajarshir bharata adaya mruta mataram ityashrama padam anayat. The great king Bharata, while sitting on the bank of the river, saw the small deer bereft of its mother floating down in the river. Seeing this, he felt great compassion. Like a sincere friend, he left the infant deer from the waves, and knowing it to be the motherless, brought it to his ashram. So he brought to his ashram this baby deer. The laws of nature work in subtle ways unknown to us. Maharaja Bharat was a great king, very advanced in devotional service. He had almost reached the point of loving service to Supreme Lord. That means Bhava stage. But even from that platform, you could fall down onto the material platform. In Bhagavad Gita, we are therefore warned. Yam hi na vyatyanti te purusham purusharshabha samadukka sukham dhiram somrutatvaya kalpate. That means who should tolerate. That means matra sparshas sukhante sitoshna sukha dukkada. That means who will be eligible for spiritual life? Amrita. Amrita means getting the liberation. So the one who can tolerate actually. You can tolerate the sukham and dukkham. The best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. But he got compassion actually. Bharata Maharaj got compassion by seeing the small baby, motherless baby. And because devotee's heart is so soft, na? Because of that softness, they will be immediately getting compassion. Like same case in the case of Arjuna also. Because of his softness of heart, Vaishnava being a Vaishnava. So this battle is becoming cause for killing of so many people. So many lives will be threatened actually because of this battle. They'll be finished. So because of that, so his heart got melted by thinking that. So that's why he doesn't want to fight. So this is the situation, Arjuna situation. But that is in the case of pure devotees. But in generally, what we have to take there? Huh? Daurbalyam. Hrdaya daurbalyam we should take. Generally, we should take hrdaya daurbalyam. In the general case. What is that hrdaya daurbalyam? Means.
Attachment to
So yeah, that means weakness of the heart means what?
compromises which you make in your
Uh,
mind taking over intelligence.
Mind is taking over the intelligence. So yeah, hridaya daurbalyata, yes, you're all saying right. So that means what he should do then? That means now Arjuna has hridaya. We are not considering the pure devotee Arjuna. General case we are taking. So who has material attachment? So that case we take. That means he is having hridaya daurbalyata. Hridaya daurbalyam. So because of hridaya daurbalyam, what he is not doing? Tell me. What is stop? What this hridaya daurbalyam is stopping? What?
Strict money for that.
In case of Arjuna.
Primary duty of fighting.
Huh?
His primary duty of fighting.
His primary duty of fighting. But why should he should do fighting then? What is the purpose of doing fighting? Huh?
To establish righteousness in the society. Statesman and prince.
To establish righteousness in the society. But not fighting is good then.
Fighting will not be protected in the path of dharma. Kshatriya dharma.
Yeah, if he doesn't fight, then it is good. Na? Society, many people will not be killed, and so that all kula dharmas are protected, and every family will be in the righteous path.
Oh. They have a wrong person.
Hmm?
Cancer of the Duryodhana.
He gave good logic, no? That means, so not fighting. If we think the purpose of fighting is to establish dharma, then he is giving better situation, actually, better situation. By not fighting, we can establish more dharma. Because now every family lose their elder people in every family, because the fighting means all the male will be out. Then without male, females. So there are nobody is there to protect the kula dharmas. Then women will be polluted. Then Varna Sankara will happen. Then after that, Lupta Pindodaka. That means people will be not having the proper descendant. Then who is offering to whom it will go then? डायनेस्टी दूसरा है और बच्चे और दूसरे का है, तो ये इनका पिंड ऑफर करेंगे तो कहाँ जाएगा वो? ना उधर जाएगा ना इधर जाएगा. So then Arjuna gave good example that not to fight is best. We can protect nicely dharma. That means fighting purpose is protecting dharma. So then not fighting is best.
The higher dharma is to have a righteous leader. Some lower this other angels have all angels have things. No, lower, I think what he was telling was okay, but for a higher cause.
What is that higher cause?
Doing the will of, performing the will of Krishna, which is the supreme welfare of society.
No. Either jump nahi karna hai. Will means everything is Krishna's will. Even the establishing dharma, kula dharma is also will of the Krishna.
Aggressors has to be punished.
Aggressors has to be punished.
Yes.
Punish aggressor. Why you need to have this battle? Just go and kill him. Finish.
There are many such aggressors who have come together. It was Krishna's plan.
जब आंसर नहीं मिलते that is will of Krishna. These are all the.
There are many aggressors, not just the Kauravas.
Actually, answer नहीं है अभी भी. That's why I'm waiting.
Displaced compassion.
Why one Arjuna has to fight? Why he has to follow his dharma? Sometimes following his dharma will break the. That means so many things, and others are not able to follow their dharma. So all the kulas are becoming that get destroyed. Kula dharmas. So that means we clearly understanding that following your dharma, that may so disturb the others' dharma also sometimes. It can be possible or not.
Yes.
So then in that case, dharma should be done for following the establishing dharma is not a real cause. Tell me another cause.
In the case of Kurukshetra, so everybody is dying, but they are going back. So you say that the dharma is not peaceful.
Krishna said there only next. असोच्चारण सोचस्तों के बाद ही बोल दी. Why one should follow their dharma? Huh? Why the scripture saying like that?
Their own purification.
What is the meaning of purification?
The state of Nishkam Karma is Antakarma should be.
This is the answer actually. Why one should follow dharma? To purify his existence. One should follow dharma strictly even there is a pain or pleasure. While doing that dharma, it's not necessary that every time dharma will give pleasure only. Result also may not be pleasure, and also while doing also you don't think that you always get the pleasure. So Krishna is saying that's why matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukhadukkada agama paino tan titikshasva bharata. So the purpose of dharma is not to establish dharma. That is not the main cause. The purpose of dharma is so amrutatvaya kalpyate, to get the liberation actually, to come out from the bodily platform. That's why in Arjuna's case, he cannot wait for how much benefit for happen. That means if I follow my dharma, so how many people's dharma can be properly established and how many people's dharma is broken. So can he check with that relatively and take the decision? My question, can I repeat?
Yes, sir.
So I'm repeating again. So while doing his dharma, so if I follow my dharma, how many people's dharma is protected and how many people's dharma is broken? So can he measure that, and based upon that he has to take decision of doing his dharma? No. Then why he has to follow dharma? Only antakaran shuddhi, that's all. So while doing that, maybe thousands of people may die. There is not selfishness. That is not the purpose of dharma. Everyone should follow their dharma for that sake only. Even Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmana, all they should follow dharma to transcendental. That means to transcend the modes. So in the case of left side people, they transcend in what way? So they transcend these modes and they realize what? I am not body, I am soul. Right side people, they also do their karma. So you are remembering na diagram? Where is that diagram? चले गए क्या? कल कैसे लिया? Online one. Yes. देखिए ये तो रोज इंस्टॉल करती है, उसके बाद एरर हो। तो क्या करना चाहिए?
आज थोड़ा काम करते हैं।
Is something wrong on your
तो आप इंटरनेट से कर रहे हैं?
हाँ,
ब्राउजर से सर्च वन आई सी दैट
अच्छा
या 2021 law at the top
this one.
ब्राउजर से इंस्टॉल
ये कुछ नहीं इसमें, ये वन नोट अलग है।
हाँ
वो काम का नोट है। इधर आ गए हम लोग, हमारा काम चले जाए तो बस, ये सब टेक्नोलॉजी सब वेस्ट है। पेन है क्या? should use technology to remove technology. Ultimately, we should all in the mode of goodness, simple life, so that we can remember Krishna all the time. So yes, this is the thing. So this offering, these people also, they do their dharma strictly. Only difference between left and right is they do offer with love, and these people they offer with detachment. That's all. But this will be leading to a loving relationship. Maybe these people also may have. That means karmis can get varieties of bhaktas. Karma misra, that means kaivalya kama karma misra bhakta, sar kaivalya kama gnana misra bhakta, sar bhakti matra kama karma gnana misra bhakta, sar sakama karma gnana misra bhakta, sar karma misra bhakta, sar gnana misra bhakta, sar suddha bhaktas. Any chance is there. So based upon that, another yoga misra bhaktas may get. Accordingly, they put their goal. That is the point. Accordingly, they put their goal. And since they are association of bhakta, so they will be main sadhana will be what? Bhakti only. So that's why they do their dharma and offer the result of that dharma to Lord with love. And what is the purpose? Purpose is as per their association. that yogi, that sadhu is desiring for moksha or otherwise material desires or otherwise bhakti service. So that decides this person's desire also, goal also. So, but fortunately, we got association of Suddha Bhaktas, Srila Prabhupada, and we came to in the line of pure devotees. So that's why we are clearly aspiring for pure devotion. We got that kind of seed. So now that's why we want to go to the pure devotion service and enter the Golok Vrindavan. To enter into the Golok Vrindavan, pure devotion only is possible. Karma Mr. Bhakti is not allowed because so there in the Golok Vrindavan, karma also is not given importance. Rules and regulations also not having any importance. That consciousness, if you have, you can maximum can go to Vaikuntha, but you can't go to the Golok Vrindavan. So that's why in our acharyas, they removed karmarpanam also from our pure devotion. So that item is also removed. But Sri Vaishnavas, other Vaishnavas, in the Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamsindhu in the rights, others they consider karmarpanam as dasyam. But we reject that. We don't consider that as a dasyam. So in this way, we are aspiring for a pure devotional platform. So that's why in our case, so the entry point is Drashraddha. That's why that Drashraddha, how it is defined? Anyabhilasha sunyam and Gnana Karmadi Anavrutam. These two things are outcomes of the Drashraddha. So one have Drashraddha means so he has a consciousness of not desiring anything other than Krishna's pleasure, and so no attachment or no faith in karma, jnana, or anything else. So such a way he should prepare. So this is the thing. So this is the thing we has to practice. That's why dharma, following dharma, that is more closest thing, na. So can you after getting initiation, after getting association, immediately can you ask him that leave everything and just tomorrow onwards, next minute onwards, you chant all the time Krishna's names, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you are servant of him only, nothing else. So you have to do this. Can you say like that? No. So it's like a bombardment for him. Then what we'll do? So do your dharma and offer that result. And at least to chant for so 1 hour, like that, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 16 rounds. So इधर रुक जा रहा है सब, इधर रुक गए. 16 राउंड्स हो गया हमारा, तो बस, और कर्म भी कर रहा हूँ, कुछ तो दे रहा हूँ, बस यही भक्ति है. अभी इधर रुक गया गाड़ी, इधर से गाड़ी को हम लोग ढकेल नहीं आगे. इसके लिए फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या है? दृढ़ श्रद्धा लाने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए? Here actually, here glories of Lord actually. Or this is one thing. Second,
Association.
Hearing means in association of devotees, pure devotees. That is already covered.
Mercy.
By serving pure devotees. Seva. Next, we should remove the anarthas, because those stumbling blocks will not manifest the pure Shraddha actually, Drishraddha. So that's why doing bhajan for removal of anarthas, which are blocks to develop Drishraddha. बहुत अच्छा है इधर तो ये पॉइंट. नेक्स्ट और बोलिए, what else we need, what things should be taken care. These practical steps actually. Those anarthas, that's why whatever anarthas here is not the sinful. Can you say those who got Drishraddha can do sinful activities? No. So that's why here anarthas means, so because of punya, sometimes he get the opportunity to enjoy because of his punya, which is still not destroyed. So, and also he has anarthas of nama aparada, offenses towards the holy name. Aparadas, aparadot anarthas. That is a major thing. And next, that is a major thing actually. Major purification happens, and major required purification is aparadot anarthas. That is a major thing. And Sukruti or Thanarthas, because of Punya terms, still it is because of Aparadas, still by one holy name also Sukrutota, Dushkrutota, Thanarthas will be finished. But the point is, it is not, it is waiting for a long time because so here Dushkrutota means not the doing sinful activities. So only the impressions actually, impressions only. So because here itself, in this area itself, he is completely disciplined not to do any sinful activities. So there is no point of having once again sinful activities. That means kama, dukkho darkasya kaman garhayati. So there is a sloka is there in the 10th, 11th canto 20th chapter. So here kama means apapa karaha. So we discussed in the Shraddha class also actually apapa karaha. So that's apapa karaha means not sinful desires he is having. Sinful things he don't enjoy here.
So that third point is sinful.
Which one? Not no. It's offenses. Offenses will push you to do sinful activities. That's a bhajan should be done to stop that because you can't without stopping cause you cannot stop the result. Why one is engaged in the sinful activities? Because of anarthas actually. Even today we are going to discuss. So Bharata Maharaj getting the material attachment because of what? No, that is one reason. Yeah. Another can be the another that can be one reason. Another reason is what?
Past life.
Anarthas, past life anarthas. So that's why the cause is anarthas. You can't simply like you jnanis they control the senses, but if you don't clean that anartha, but simply you are focusing to not to get material desire, is it possible? नो ऐसा टैप से पानी गिर रहा है तो उधर ऊपर से बंद नहीं किया लेकिन इधर टैप तो टूट गया तो पानी रोक रहे तो रुकेगा क्या क्या करना चाहिए ऊपर पानी को बंद करना है तब इसको रिपेयर करेंगे तो ऐसा ही काज क्या है so what is the cause for middle attachment
Desire to enjoy
anarthas offenses are the cause actually aparadas are the cause that's why that aparadas also should be removed now only otherwise he can't manifest
which category of types we have
the offenses aparada
but that will carry on to the stage of bhava
but basic is needed na basic at least to develop shraddha
so first four stages are like a cycling process where we
is there all are parallelly needed this three and one more thing is one more thing is we being in the mode of goodness so simple thing tell me what is the qualification we need drashadda na so logically also you can see drashadda is the eligibility for pure devotion to get such a drashadda so that means strong faith in the scriptures conclusions of bhakti scriptures that is and bhakti is inconceivable object and bhakti is inconceivable object and lord is also inconceivable anoraniyan mahato mahyan chote se chote bade se bade so such a object how you can believe actually so that's why you need what mercy or not so that's why serving mahaseva is needed next hearing glories of bhakti from the karma misra bhakta if you hear is it going to work he will always teach you to do karma and also do bhakti is fine he say like that only he will not make you to not to dependent on simply on bhakti he will make all the time depend on karma and also do bhakti he will always advertise you so to have faith on karma also he cannot cut your faith on karma that is not possible by him so that's why you have to hear from whom glories pure devotees that is the first item so next third is what since we don't know how many aparadas we did So these aparadhas will cause for the material attachment and also will cause for ashraddha. That means the offenses results are five. Kutilita, Asraddha, Bhakti Nishtacha, Vastantra Abhiniveshaha, Saithilyam, and Bhaktikrita Ahankara. These are the five. Asraddha is also there. So that's why these offenses which are there, which can cause for your asraddha, even you are hearing from pure devotee, you are not able to develop shraddha the way it should, because the way the heart should respond is not responding. Because of reasons what? Offenses. Then you have to do bhajan for that or not? Do the bhajan there. So removal of that. And next, we are not fully in the pure devotional platform now. We can be easily attracted by the mode of passion and ignorance. Any objects created by mode of passion and ignorance. So that's why we should keep in always in what? Mode of goodness. So that's why these four things has to be taken care. So hearing, so Bhagavat glories of the Lord from pure devotees, serving pure devotees to get their mercy, and third, doing the removal, doing bhajan. So for removal of sadhana, doing so sadhana, here we should be doing sadhana for removal of the anarthas, which are stumbling blocks for developing shraddha. Next, not all the anarthas. So that will be possible. Complete eradication will happen till bhava. Offenses due to the offenses anarthas. Anarthas comes because of four. Because of punya anarthas will be coming in your bhakti. So because of papa, because of offenses, because of bhakti also. So screen is not share. Let's see. Bhakti Kruta Paradas. That means when we do bhakti, you'll be getting the lot of name fame. That will become block for your devotion. Bhakti. These are the causes for the anartha. Anartha means unwanted thing, means block. Block in the bhakti. Offenses towards the holy name, which includes the offenses towards the devotee also.
But I think also says that we should develop good values. So that comes in mode of cultivating mode of goodness.
Who should develop?
We should develop good values like humility, truthfulness.
That comes under the mode of goodness. So satvikata. We should develop that also, because so otherwise we can't easily perceive the knowledge whatever said by pure devotees. That Bhagavat glories they are teaching ना. So आप लाल चश्मा से देखेंगे उन सबको, तो कैसे दिखेगा वो सब? How they लाल दिखेगा? If your mind intelligence is full of mode of passion, with that passionate mind and passionate intelligence, you will be accordingly only you will be grasping the content from that set thing by the pure devotee. That's the problem will come. So that's why you can't receive as it is. So that's why you need to cultivate mode of goodness also.
Because by doing bhajan automatically,
when we do, but who is going to do that? To do that bhajan only we are asking to take the help of. That's why in the Bhakti Rasam Sindhu also, Yukta Vairagyam and Gnanam is also needed to enter into the pure devotion. He says, is remembering? Gnana and Vairagya help is taken, enter into the pure devotion. In the Bhakti Rasam Sindhu it comes. So then after that doing bhakti, you'll get the Gnana and Vairagya. That is, out of bhakti they are coming, but to enter into the pure devotion also you need to have kind of Vairagya and Gnana. I am not body, I am soul. This is also needed. No, Gnana means I am not body, I am soul. That's Tam Padartha Gnana only. But of course, to enter into the pure devotion, so Suddha Bhakta can come and just he can make you such a way, he can make you to enter into the pure devotion by granting Dhrushraddha. But the point is, so here, to enter into pure devotion, one will take help of Gnana and Vairagya. So by mercy of pure devotee, anything can be possible. Kripa Siddha also can make. But the point is, in the reality is what? Did you get that kind of mercy? How can we say? We can't say, na? So now the point is, initially we should maintain mode of goodness. Otherwise we can't take the properly the association. अभी आपका दिमाग में चल रहा है मेरा 2 लाख रुपए का लोन लिए कोई और उन्होंने अभी तक नहीं दिया तो 2 महीना हो गया, अभी कैसा है, अभी तो नहीं दे रहे ऐसा सोचने लगे तो कैसा लगा। और मेरा तो बगल का जो so beside to my flat actually someone is putting issue, such a rajasic person is with you, so he is a neighbor and he is encroaching. And then now we are not in the Drushatta, that means I don't need anything, and now just so I don't need money, family, anything, and 24 hours I chant Hare Krishna. The such a Shraddha is not there. Then in that case, so if he is surrounded by the Rajasic people and Tamasic people who always create troubles, then can he sit peacefully in front of a teacher and can he hear nicely? Is it possible? It's not possible. It's a very difficult actually. Is it happening or not? Now also it's very difficult actually.
At our level, what is this cultivating movement?
That,
Things that we have to take. What are the things that we have to take care of?
Like brahmacharis you are saying, or the grihasthas, or both?
Both.
Brahmacharis means you are quite safe being in the ashram actually, but also there is a very good chance being in the rajasic environment. It's full of rajas and tamas, this environment. And for the grihasthas, what is the mode of goodness means? So simple living and high thinking, simple life, producing their own food, having their own cow and milk, and simple. It looks very difficult for the people, but actually it's very simple. But difficult things looks like simple, and simple things looks like difficult for whom? Those are who are in the passion and ignorance. So that's why, as much as that means forest and these villages are the places of goodness, and cities are places of passion and ignorance. So especially cities and these clubs and pubs, these are the so places of ignorance, grossly ignorance. So that's why we should, if we don't take care of this measure, yeah, we can say by doing bhakti everything. We say that by doing bhakti everything, we don't need to take care.
Why did they have this?
And then why? That means he has already drushatta. Whoever is speaking like that, they have already drushatta, and they should not worry for anything actually. They should not complain also. Prabhu ji, मेरा साधना नहीं चल रहा है सर. क्यों? If you say like that, by doing bhakti, anything is not necessary. Nothing is necessary. Bhakti doesn't need anything. That means already he got drushatta. Then for them, anywhere they can stay. Anything they can do. Anything they can do, but 24 hours. What is the symptom of drushatta? अपने आप को बेच देना. Complete giving up to the Lord. And what is the next result? 24 hours, what he should do? Every moment? Pratikshanam. Yesterday we are seeing, na? Pratikshanam shravanadi rupa bhakti. If he is doing, then he is okay. He doesn't need to worry about where he stays. Because he already got drushaddha. He is beyond the modes. Is it like that? How many are there? Raise the hand. You are there. Joking.
Someone has his nature only as mode of ignorance by birth. So for him, this externals will influence.
Nature is ignorance, but by association, by the mercy of pure devotion, gradually it goes. Because such a prarabdha is there, and offenses also might be there. So it takes time. But nobody should become hopeless. Everyone can with hope. So now you people please plan your devotional life based upon implementing this. So you have to implement these things. You have to make your life decisions based to achieve these things. Then after that, get this drushaddha, then this, then this. This is the plan for studying this Bhagavatam also. We should achieve the plan. So then implement that, then get the results. Yes. What?
You mentioned some
5 effects of offenses.
Acha.
What are the
Kutilata. First one, I will write it. Ashraddha. I will explain in the next, because that is needed actually. Bhakti nishta cha kosthantra abhiniveshaha. Bhakti nishta chavaka vastvantara abhiniveshaha. 4. Saithilyam. 5th, Bhakti Kruta Ahankar. These are the 5. These 5 things are results of offenses. भरत महाराज केस में ये हो गए. भक्ति कृत अहंकार. So it's clear, na? So why one should do dharma? Now come to the again. We'll go the step by step. What? Purification. That means spiritual advancement. You can say simply spiritual advancement. In left side case, what is that advancement? Huh? Detachment from the results of left side. I am not body, I am soul. Realizing this. This is the purpose of following dharma. Nishkam karma yoga, na? Swatma vishek gnanam. Getting that, realizing I am not body, I am soul. That means we are saying what is the purpose of dharma? Spiritual advancement. What is that advancement for the left side people? I am not body, I am soul. This is the thing. So that is the thing they should achieve. Then they can leave karma or not? Yes, they can leave karma and they practice now. So what is it for right side people? Drushadda they should get. So Drushadda, then they can leave karma or not? Yes, they can leave. Tavat karmani kurvita. Till that time only they should do karma. When they get Drushadda, then they can leave. So that is the purpose of dharma. If you don't do dharma, but now they got association of devotees, that's why they are, but they don't do dharma and simply anything they do and they offer, then what will happen? Here. So if someone doesn't do dharma and they are now saying that bhakti, I am bhakta, so I am beyond the all this dharma and everything, I can do anything and just offer to the Lord. Is it right? Huh? Why? Why it is not right? Huh? I will repeat. So someone now say, I am devotee and I don't need to follow any dharma. So, and why I can do anything and I can offer that to the Lord.
Have you got DS?
DS, he didn't get. Yes. DS, he didn't get. Droshata. Yeah. So Droshata, he didn't get.
Then he can't speak.
Then he can't. That means the DS symptom is
Sold out.
sold out. Complete sold out. खाने पीने के लिए भी वो अपने बारे में नहीं सोचते, तो इतने तक सोल्ड आउट है. अपने आपको भेज दी, मैंने जिसको भेज दी वो देख लेंगे या नहीं? गाय जिसको भेज देंगे वो देखते हैं। आई थिंक आपको गाय का होना है करके खाना पीना तो मैं देखभाल करता हूँ, गाय आपका होगा, ऐसा होता है। तो सोल्ड आउट, दैट मीन शरणागति. So if DSC is not there, then what they have to do? So that means they can't say. But even they try to minimize, but they are now forced. They have no option. Then what they should do? DS they didn't get, but they are also no option for the doing the proper karma. So then what they should do? They should reduce actually. In their karma, they should reduce the association. What is the meaning? What is the purpose of doing karma? Because not to fall into the victim by the passion and ignorance. That is the main purpose of doing dharma actually, bringing to the goodness. So that's why they has to minimize in their work the association of rajas and tamas as much as possible. And also they should plan for future to fully shift to the some more sattvic activities. Yes or no? That is sincerity or not? Can you say on the strength of the bhakti, that means falsely claiming that I got already DS and now I don't need to follow any sattvic life, any dharma, I can do anything, then this is right? This is not right actually. This is not fairness. This is not fair-hearted person actually. Because you didn't get such a qualification which you have mentioned by the verbally, but practically you don't have. But you are taking the privilege of that and discarding everything. It's not right actually. Huh?
Yesterday you told one
Vancha. Achha. Jagat Vanchakaha. This word given by Vishwanath Chakravarti. For them only, those who didn't get Dhrudha Shraddha and also not following Dharma, what they should be called? He said actually, Jagat Vanchakaha. So, like this, so chalo.
What is the meaning of
Cheater. So, yam with.
sorry, आपने बोला that you would explain that this five symptoms of
I'll come next slokas. వస్తుంది టైం ఉంది ఇంకా 26 శ్లోకంలో వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు తెలుగు యాక్చువల్ బాబు ఇది తెలుగు yes. Ashraddha is caused by aparadha only, na? So that's why our focus is. So that means aparadha. How to know that? You are reading regularly Bhagavatam and you are in the association of pure devotees. Still, you are not able to develop. Your heart is not responding. So such a way that means now I have to give everything for Krishna. That means the symptoms of Sharanagati are not appearing in you. So even though we are associating pure devotees and reading Bhagavatam daily, that means what? There is a aparadha. With that, but some people they don't know Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and they don't know deeply, they didn't understand. So deeply they didn't went into that, they didn't hear also. Then in their case, Ajnana, ignorance is the cause to not to develop Shraddha, not to develop Shraddha. But even after hearing very nicely from pure devotees and going deeply, but still you are not seeing the symptoms of Dhrudha Shraddha, that is Sharanagati, means Aparadhartha. Then we have to do strongly bhajan. So spiritual salvation and liberation from material bondage must be worked out with great caution. Otherwise, a little discrepancy will cause one to fall down again into mental existence. So that's why we should be very careful. That means this line, what Prabhupada is saying, this line is very important line. Prabhupada is saying those who are here, they should be very careful in associating passion and ignorance. Objects manufactured from passion and ignorance. So now this deer is becoming cause for the material attachment again. Jayato vishan pumsa sangasto shopajayate sanga sanjayate kama kamat krodho bijay. Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat श्रुति श्रुति भ्रंशात बुद्धि नाशात gaya. So that means people who are here, they has to be Prabhupada. This line is belong to which area? This area actually. People who are, of course, Bharata Maharaj is here in the bhava, but people who are here also very careful about this. So Bharata Maharaj, people who are here, whoever are in this area, they don't need to care about the association, which mode they are associating, in which mode, which kind of environment is around to them. They don't need, but because they are already transcended. But Bharata Maharaj here, but still he also became victim of getting attraction for this deer. What is the reason then? That is offense not because of mode's influence. So one can get material desire because of two reasons. One is because of the constant contemplating sense objects. Another, once again, one will get the attachment for the material things because of offenses also. So that's why we should be now cautious of those two. We are here. And people who are here, they should be cautious about offense. That's why people who are already in the Drashadha level, if started, that means after giving up everything and continuously chanting and continuously engaged, and suddenly he's getting some kind of material interest, means he should understand that this is the cause of my previous offenses. Then what he has to do, he has to become immediately alert, and to remove that offense, he has to again and again continuously leave all other things. That means other bhajana angas, and do only one anga. What is that? Shravanam kirtanam, hearing and chanting. That is the only the way that will be said in Madhuri Kadambini and Anardhani Vritti. So there we'll be seeing this. This point will come. They has to continuously chanting of the Shravanam Kirtan, because only offense towards holy name only will be cause for this kind of material attachment. Yes.
So now the ones who are not there on this platform will shut that. So you can safely say that it's not because of offenses, it's because of contemplation.
Both.
Both.
It can be both. So how to check then how to come to the conclusion of offense? Even after associating pure devotees and regularly hearing, and still you are not able to develop, means offense only cause. Those didn't develop Shraddha. So now he is getting material attachment. What is the reason then? So whether offenses or otherwise, it's a contemplation of the sense objects. So to break that, to discriminate that, so he came to mode of goodness first of all. That means he removed himself from the sense objects, and he is in the pure devotee association. That means contemplation is out, but still he is feeling material attraction, means hearing and also not able to develop the drashadha, means see, offense will lead to the material attachment, also it lead to the asraddha also. Two things are there, na? You are seeing. So second is asraddha, and third one is attachment, material attachment. So that's why. So then in this way you should come. You try to understand all the Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam scrutinizingly, and also you are nicely situated in the mode of goodness. No association of sense objects. Contemplation is not there, but still in the heart there is a hankering. Offenses. Huh?
That is also a result of the
Previous.
modes of passion, and because of this.
Jayatu means they are surrounded by objects.
Already I said in a condition. He rectified himself from the environment of passion and ignorance. Okay? And also he stopped contemplating also the sense objects. And he is in association of pure devotees and he is hearing. But still he is feeling material attachment for a long run. Then what is the meaning? Offenses. Still he is not developing the Shraddha. Means what? After hearing sufficiently about Krishna from various angles and with various logics and in various Shastra Yukti, that means expert is teaching to you in a logical way, in a clear way, and try in all the methods used to convince you, but still you are not getting faith, means offenses. So then what is the solution? That's why need to do bhajan. That's why doing sadhana for removal of anarthas, which are blocks to develop Dhrida Shraddha. This is the third thing we do.
Sravanadi bhajan.
Huh?
Sravanadi bhajan.
That means here sadhana means focus is Shravanam Kirtanam.
When you say Shravan Kirtan, are we just talking about counting the holy names? Or it also...
No, Nama, especially Nama Japam.
Chanting of
Holy name. Chanting holy name. Not just hearing Bhagavatam Katha. Holy name. Because that is because who is offended? Holy name is got offended. Then you have to chant holy name. That's most important.
All the offense.
Can you speak loudly?
The offensive, which is causing worship. So, what kind of offensive can be?
This is also that means which offense will be causing, na? So that kind of detailed thing is not there. So the study of the offenses also is very important. Like 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, and 8. That means will happen. We should understand actually. Currently, you should also stop doing offenses. Of course, there are 10 offenses. It can happen in a million ways. Like accident can happen, the death can happen in million ways or not. By poison, by accident, by diseases, by old age, many. Like that, these 10 offenses can happen in million ways. So that's why we should know the signs of offenses. Like a lawyer, so analyze the offense, how it happened, and based upon that, the intensity he calculates and he accordingly punishment he will be given. So similarly, so some are not considered as offense and some are considered as offenses also. Like for prana raksha, if you do something, it's not offense. So like that, these 10 offenses can happen in how many ways? Millions of ways. Then how to stop ourselves to not to happen these 10 offenses? One should understand deeply the science of bhakti and the science of offensology. Otherwise, we will be like a blunt actually. If you are blunt actually, insensitive to not to identify the way which is regularly happening through you for some offense. If you are not sensitive to identify the way which is committed by you regularly, then what will happen? One day, one day definitely he will leave. Even after hearing nicely from pure devotees everything, but still he will leave. Because that will make the heart so hard actually, steel frame, and it will make it so much attachment for the material things. Then he'll feel so many things are more priority than the bhakti, than tata. It will happen. So that's why offensology has to be deeply understood. That is possible when we understand the sensitivity of the bhakti nicely. The softness of bhakti we should know. If you don't know the softness of bhakti, if you handle roughly, then it will be broken. कोई भी ऐसा नाजुक चीज रहता है, बहुत नाजुक, बहुत handle carefully, delicate. Bhakti is also very soft actually. It's a tender leaf. ऐसा थोड़ा वजन पड़ जाएंगे तो टूट जाती है. वैसा ही in association of the bhakti, so in the circle of bhakti is so sensitive, one should be very careful. That's why, so we should be very, many things are not up to standard actually. In our association, ashrams and all this climate, many ways it should be improved so that we can see some substantial result. Otherwise, without understanding all these factors, blindly enforce something, but you are not, that means you are putting every day water and what is that? Fertilizers, but you are not taking care of. So many these unwanted things are coming around, and unwanted species are attacking that. Finish.
So the topic of hearing from pure devotees. So there's a discussion with some devotees. So you're saying that the recordings cannot come in this category of hearing. What do you say?
It come half. Like hearing means what? Shravanam, atmavare, drashtavyah, srotavyah, mantavyah, nididhyasitavyascha. The steps are there. So hearing, then after that doing mananam. Mananam means contemplating on that, whatever you heard. So before that dharanam also is there. So then doing mananam, then after that mananam you'll be getting the doubts. That means questions, asambhavanas and viparita bhavanas, and rectifying that. By hearing tape, first thing will happen, but remaining things will not happen.
So hearing tape is a valid hearing.
Valid hearing, but not full.
That is understood.
Full hearing means your doubts should be also clarified. That's what being Srila Prabhupada is a prominent Shiksha Guru. Why we are saying? Because he is facilitating us to hear. But doubts, who is going to clear? Live Guru. Perfected Guru is needed once again. If you say that I can immediately get answer from this, that means who is deciding that that answer, whatever you thought is right or not? How can you might be in the modes? Then everyone should not go to the doctor, simply take all the different diseases, symptoms and the medicines for that, and decide his own disease himself, and also decide his own medicine, then he eat it. Then what is the need to go to the doctor? Yes or no? Then whoever is saying no need of live guru, then why he has to go to the doctor then? He has all the internet data is there. Now AI is also there, our friend. You give the symptoms, then it will give the nice description of your disease also. Then also it will give medicine. Then from the AI you get everything.
This medicine is not doing.
So, like that, we can't decide. There is an expert is needed who can see the symptoms and who can assess properly. Even in the calculation of symptoms also, you feed to the AI according to your speculation. But real person will observe. You may say something, but he sees symptoms and he understand better than you about your body also. That is expert doctor. And he give medicine. So many times patients also, they are confused explaining their disease. But expert doctor is enough, that means he has enough intelligence to decide the disease symptom, and he can identify and he can give better proper medicine. So that's why we need live guru. Otherwise, no possibility. So we are not at all reducing the Prabhupada's position. So because he is the ultimate Shravana Guru, he is making us to hear. His books, his tapes, everything is fine. But who will solve? Yes.
Regarding the offenses, we have bad qualities and we have developed good qualities. So let us say
you are saying offenses and bad quality.
Trying to relate the question for those two topics. For example, like if I think that I chant, but I don't work on my bad qualities like duplicity or untruthfulness or whatever it is. So if I think that just my chanting will remove them, is that also happen? Because there is that occurrence of committing sinful activities on the strength of holiness. Because my bad qualities, I do some sinful activities. So will it fall?
That means we are not sensitive actually. So we are not sensitive of regretting. So if someone do sinful activity because now he is in the lower stage, and also because of his offense, he is getting a deep attachment for the sinful activity, and now he should seriously understand that his very strong disease is there in the heart.
He thinks that I just chant and that will automatically go.
Then he has to regret while the next time he does that. If that regret is not there, okay, chanting will take care. Let me go on both together. It may take enough amount of time. Then that casualness comes from where? That is nothing but heart is becoming further hard actually. That means that will become more non-reactive for further things. When you hear the bhava of the pure devotees, then at that time you don't feel any kind of melting of your heart or any reactions in the heart. No. ठीक है बहुत बोलते हैं लोग दिमाग खराब ऐसा लगता है.
While chanting, we should also take care of those things.
Yes. Okay. So now we understood that attachment for material things can come by because of constant contemplation of sense objects or otherwise offenses also. So in the case of Bharata Maharaj, if we can, or also sometime another thought is also there, I forgot to mention. Lord sometimes create material attachment for his devotees to separate them from bhakti for a while, and so that the intensity of the love to increase. This third reason.
Understand the third reason.
We should not. That's why individual never put that. That Vishwanath Thakur says in his Madhuri Kadambini. Individual should not think like that. No, you should think for others like that. Otherwise,
Should give you as an example.
Huh?
Others should give you as an example.
You should think other. If you see other Vaishnava middle attachment means you should think for him. This is because of Lord's arrangement, not for own sake.
So our name is not Bhagavatam. That means we are not in the third category.
Okay. So as it will be revealed in later verses, Bharata Maharaj had to accept the body of a deer due to being overly compassionate for this infant deer. This we are going to see. We should be compassionate by actually in the case of Bharata Maharaj, if you think that he has offenses, that is not a right way actually. Because of Lord's arrangement, he did. And some people they say like that, you can also say. Kechit vadanti. Like that you can also say. कौन है केचित कोई नहीं जानते. So Bharat's compassion for the deer was the beginning of his fall down into middle world. That Prabhupada, what he wants to teach. So Prabhupada intention also not to offend here Bharata Maharaj, but through this case he's teaching to us. So if we got material attachment means how the sadhana will be hampered. That he is going to explain in that way. तस्य हावा येण कुणुक उच्चैरेतस्मिन् कृत निजाभिमानस्याहरः तत्पोषण पालनालन प्रीणनानुध्येनात्मनियमाः सह यमाः पुरुष परिचर्यादय एकैकशः कतिपयेनाहर गणेन पीज्यमानाः किल सर्व एवोद. Gradually, Bharata became very affectionate towards the deer. He began to raise it and maintain it by giving it grass. He was always carefully to protect it from the attacks of tigers and other animals. When it itched, he petted it. And in this way, he always tried to keep it in a comfortable condition. He sometimes kissed it out of love. Being attached to raising the dear Maharaj Bharat forgot the rules and regulations for the advancement of spiritual life, and he gradually forgot to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. After a few days, he forgot everything about his spiritual advancement. यदि offense करेंगे तो आसक्ति आएगा तो इतना ढकेल. This way we will be kicked out, we will leave ashram, especially for brahmacharis. We think that association of devotees are nothing, no value. So I can stay alone and I can, so especially attachment for the girl, woman, one can get because of offenses. Even after studying Bhagavad Gita and so much deeply, and all these things and Bhagavatam as understanding, so one get the attachment for the woman means, so the reason is, so offenses actually. So then that will lead to such a way attachment, all the intelligence, like this mind which is behind these sense objects is like what? In the case of Prithvi Maharaj we are hearing, those are the bushes on the bank of a water pond. These roots of the bushes, what they do? They take a suck all the water of that water pond. Similarly, so these roots are nothing but what? Mind. And these roots, what they are doing, they are sucking the water of that pond, and after a few days, zero, nothing, dried up that pond. Similarly, here pond is our intelligence. What is the water? Viveka buddhi. That means vicharya buddhi. That means a discriminating ability is water, and mind which is running behind the sense objects is nothing but roots. So now the mind which is running behind sense objects, it is what it is doing? It is stealing the viveka buddhi, discriminating ability. तो बुद्धि रहते लेकिन अंदर कोकला हो गया, अंदर discriminating ability is not there, then you will take wrong decision. चलो तो घर जाएंगे, अच्छा शादी करके बहुत बढ़िया भक्ति करते. ऐसा होता है कभी? आप लोग बोलिए, होता है? टेल मी, सच बोलिए, झूठ नहीं. प्रभुपाद का बहुत बार पुट से मेरे पास. Initially it looks so attractive, then after that very difficult actually. Brahmachari life is best or grihastha life for doing bhakti? More, huh? Tell me. Brahmachari life is more conducive. We are not if someone got nice wife and nice atmosphere, nice association, even grihasthas also can do. We are not undermining. But in the present practicality, reality, tell me. In present situation, tell me. Earning money, huh? Going behind, huh? Yes. Grihasthas, they should say, which life is best? नहीं बोल सके. युगल किशोर वो नहीं बोल रहा. अच्छा,
I've seen both. I have told.
Going to office 12 hours is getting quite valid. A very important time is that itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, lot of energy.
What else? Evidence.
What evidence extra is needed? So that's why our intelligence will be stolen then. That is meaning. We are changing, and that means being saffron devotee, and we are changing after 10 years, and we are changing ashram. It's not a right decision. Absolutely, it's not a right decision. So, because
they will give.
When the Shraddha is not there, we can have many things to consider then. But anyway,
just in that case, that I can have to wait for Sakurandi. Probably was not mature.
The reason you are asking. So sometimes what happens? So because of heavy motivation, but not to understand his, because you see, no. Main point is there. What is happening? So brahmachari life, even ashram wise, if you see, so brahmachari ashram is meant for the people who are in the more into mode of goodness. Like whose prarabdha, even we chant immediately prarabdha in one day, it is not going to finish. Because still we have offenses, na? So that offenses are up to like example. I used to give an example like a wet wood. Wet wood example, you remember? When as much as wetness goes, that much wood will be burnt. So here the wetness is nothing but the offenses. As many as offenses goes, then that much prarabdha will be finished. Wood is prarabdha. So we gradually destroying our offenses and also prarabdha we are destroying. Of course, we have this sloka that Swapacha one time who takes holy name, then immediately he became so Savanaya Sadhyo Savanaya Kalpite. That means he is so competent to perform the Savanayaga. That doesn't mean that, that is true in the case where there are no offenses. With one holy name, everything will be finished like Ajamil. But not the people who have so many offenses. So then in that case, prarabdha is there. That prarabdha is indicating him to become a Kshatriya and Vaishya. So such a nature people sitting in the ashram is very difficult for them. They can't tolerate that environment. So that's why we need to measure the proper things we should measure. So whether what situation he is, you can see spiritually. That means he's having such a strong faith. You can do spiritual assessment and also material assessment. Material assessment you can do through the astrology. Spiritual assessment you can do through the how much shraddha he has. Even he may have the as per material assessment, he as per his prarabdha birth. So he's a Vaishya, the Kshatriya, the Sudra nature. So no problem. But if you see the symptoms of pure devotion, such a strong shraddha you are observing, then on the strength of the bhakti, you can guide him to become full-time brahmachari, full-time dedicated. If you have no expertise of seeing like that, you take the chance of so seeing the astrology and then guide him like that. So that you have to decide. So we are not losing the option of so not to become full-time. So on the strength of the bhakti. But you have to properly calculate the symptoms are there or not of the Shuddha Shraddha. Otherwise you can't.
I have a thing. This is before I had joined the ashram. Lectures, I heard that DS is more important than astrology.
Yes, yes.
So there was a case which was being presented where astrologically one was supposed to be a but because they had DS and complete faith in the words of Guru.
Yeah. Then we can.
After having spent 10 years, 12 years in ashram, that person took sannyas. And then the same astrologer said that your chart is different. Your calculations are different now. So he said, how did this happen? He said, I had faith in the words of my person.
Yes. So that's why we have to, as a spiritual mentor, we should see his faith on bhakti. How much is there? So because we can't expect who came into our association immediately they are qualified to, or at least approach to near to the DS. Such a symptoms are there. So you have to guide actually. Then you can send them to the become irrespective of his astrology, he can become pure devotee. That's up to us, guides. So he was always careful to protect it from. So okay, next this is over. Huh? This we read out. From this we can understand how we have to be very cautious in executing our spiritual duties by observing the rules and regulations and regularly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's the mantra is the ultimate. Because even if you have offenses and that is causing the mental attachment, but if you have Drishraddha means 24 hours chanting. That is a symptom of Drishraddha. Sravanam Kirtan all the time. If you have such a thing, then everything will be out. That's why bhakti is superior. We are not at all de-emphasizing bhakti. So we should always properly understand bhakti also. But that is provided if you are in that stage. So to kick off everything and just with that kind of strong faith, you are able to take up the holy name. Then nobody can stop you actually. You are the victor, you are the hero. You can go on. But you have to take the suggestion of your guru, whether you have such a ability or not. So that's why now Prabhupada gave minimum 16 rounds and basic some regulations he set it. So from there we should develop further. So that's why it's minimum 16 rounds, not the maximum 16 rounds. So one should be basically should doing this 16 rounds and 4 regulative principles, and so minimum, that means whatever worship is meant for him, so he should do that. If he's not, he's going down, means he should immediately understand his modes or otherwise offenses causing to go down. Change the environment, change the association. That means not associate, don't associate rajas and tamas, and change the association and increase the budget.
One question.
Yeah.
We see case in Bhagavatam, Saurabhi. He was definitely not affected by the external one. But after doing Vaishnava Aparadha, his worship
got attacked.
So that is also kind of influence.
Yes. It's the same in the Indrajimna Maharaj also. Agastya, when he came. So at that time he was in meditation. That's why.
Unknown offense.
That is also, but offense is offense.
But innocent offense and this offense, envious offense.
Yeah, Kutilita, the weakness is there in the knowingly doing. So unknowingly also Rupa Goswami, actually that Leela, na? So
Laughing.
blasphemy. So that's why unknowingly also is offense, but because of their Prabala Bhakti, that offense will be destroyed.
For Rajendra's case, I always felt that Vishnu
But that Jiva Goswami himself gave an example. So Bharata's parallel example is Gajendra, this Indrajimna Maharaj. So that now in the case of Bharata Maharaj, we take two chances. Na? Lord created this mental attachment. That is one option. Another option is, so his previous offenses. In that case, then one may ask what kind of offense Bharata Maharaj did. Then he is giving there. So we don't know, but like the way Gajendra, that means so Indrajimna did offense to Agastya, maybe he might have done something like that. So like that he said, and he, so Jiva Goswami crossed that section actually. So like that. That's why offense is so powerful. It's a dangerous thing actually. It result come at any time. Even bhava stage also result can come out in the form of mental attachment.
Well, but these are exceptions, just to prove that how great the effect of offenses. But the bhava stage actually getting affected like that?
No. Bhava stage is, Rupa Goswami clearly says that there is a clear possibility of having offenses. There is no complete eradication. It's a rule that is. That's why bhava is not kept in this sadhya bhakti. Because still there are offenses are possible. Definitely.
That will not create obstacles. But it might be there, but
it depends upon the intensity of the offense. It may create also. So safety, security, that's why one may protect himself from the passion and ignorance environment, but protecting himself from offenses is crucial job. That is possible when we understand the sensitivity of the bhakti, softness of bhakti, and Vaishnavas. Then only this is. That's why I said 10 offenses can happen in a million ways, millions of ways.
So this is a letter by Srila Prabhupada. He's sick, 1967, 1st June. From New York, he's writing to a friend in Mathura, where he's saying that I came here with a great mission to execute my spiritual master's order, but my heart is stabbing me. Of course, I'm not afraid of Maya. I know Maya cannot touch me. But still, if I die in this condition, my mission will remain. This is a clear case of devotee on the Prema, where senses or Maya cannot.
That is the meaning means. So, Atyantika, That means absolute eradication is in the prema stage.
This offenses thing, absolute eradication, is there darshanam stage?
No, Purna.
Purna.
Purna. Purna, I should use the word Purna. Purna, complete eradication. And Atin means never come back. He is going back to Godhead.
So, now stage after the complete, then only you can.
No, prema means complete eradication. When even offenses come.
And that then we are entering. Or still we are doing in the prema.
No. When you come to the prema means you have zero offenses. And that means without zero offenses, you will not be in the prema. So, but in the bhava stage, possibility is there. Yeah. So, if we deviate from this process, we may fall down. So that's why Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. What is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? There is no natural taste to do sadhana. That is a first option. First point which means Vaidhi means raga anaptatvat. There is no ruchi for sadhana. But still one is doing so regularly sadhana on the strength of enforcement actually. Shastra Sasana. Shastra is doing Sasana. Sasana means ordering actually. On that strength we are doing bhajan. So, and also that Shastra is ordering you to do bhajan, and also it is telling that it is giving maryada to do. Maryada, that means flow it is giving. That flow only you should do. That means because it is ordering and also it is disciplining you. Why it is disciplining? Because we are basically lazy. We are basically indisciplined. So that's why this is known as, that means with Shastra's order and with its given procedure you are doing bhakti means that bhakti is so not a high quality bhakti. Out of love, if you do, that is good quality bhakti. So that's why Raganu sadhana is a soft side of leaf, and Vaidhi sadhana bhakti is a rough side of the leaf. So that's why Raganuga is the desired one. But how to get? That you can't artificially get it. One should do Vaidhi sadhana only, but gradually, so since he should hear glories of Raganuga and mix the Raganuga in Vaidhi as much as possible. Like example, when you do Gayatri mantra, then the last but one mantra, when you do Ashtadasha Akshara mantra, so you should remember the Krishna in Golok Vrindavan playing flute while gopis are milking the cows. So like that, you can add as much as, even if you have no ruchi, but you can take the components of Raganuga into Vaidhi, but you should not leave externally Vaidhi. To set an example, even you became one time qualified to Raganuga, but you should not leave Vaidhi to set an example to society. Like you should not leave dharma to set an example, even you got the Drishata. Similarly, you are properly situated in the Raganuga also. Generally, the Vaishnavas, they do follow the components of Vaidhi only to set an example to the society.
But Raga is always gifted. How can we practice?
Yeah, that's under the Raga. Practice means under the Ragatmika Guru, we should keep on. So, aspiring for that. So, at certain point of time, we can get their mercy, by their mercy. That can be from the heart also. That can be from, no need of the Ragatmika Bhakta should stand. You will Lord also. Vishwanath writes in Ragatmika Chandrika.
But this black.
Follow one Rajavasi
So Ragatmika Bhakti means, Raganu Bhakti means, so naturally that means we are aspiring the bhava of some of the Rajavasis, either Gopi or Manjiri or something, Gopa or anything. So, so you are aspiring for that. Aspiring means you are getting laulyam for that bhava, their bhava. That laulyam, how it comes? That is the point. That laulyam comes by the awarding. Who is going to award? Either Ragatmika Bhakta or the Ragatmika Guru, or otherwise Paramatma also, Lord himself.
So we call as Ragatmika Guru. Ragatmika is Siddha. Nitya Siddha. Because Ragatmika, the term is there.
Like, yeah, Ragatmika, that means Guru is Rupa Goswami is our Guru. He's one of the Guru actually. He's Ragatmika.
So here, if you say you have to follow one, Brajavasi means who we have to follow?
Rupa Goswami, or Guru. Rupa Manji. That means in spiritual world, in Raganuga, when you think about both way, in the Sadhaka way, you should follow Rupa Goswami. In the Sadhya way, you should follow Rupa Manjari. Like that. If you want to know more, here is Raganu Sadhana. It will come there. Now it will take so much time. You are asking 10 of questions. Huh?
Yeah, I was meditating. My understanding, my understanding was that these things like completely beyond our endeavor. It has to be gifted on, because if somebody starts meditating on something while chanting and then
अब पहले से द्रुश्यता आ जाए सत्य गुण मेरा ये तो मैं यही बोलता
even after days, how you can meditate? It has to be gifted. First of all,
Jiva Goswami says ajata ruchina. That means those who didn't get the qualification to do raganuga bhakti, but still, so they take the some components and eki krutya. That means mix with the sadhana bhakti and do. That is option is there. We can't take out that.
But who will inspire the sadhaka after getting DS? Which component? There is a whole market.
That is there. That's why Ragavatmika Chandrika systematically analyzes. For if you want to have this bhava, what things are anukula to that bhava, what are pratikula, what are the supporting, all the list he has given. Is there? But we should follow scriptures only, not whimsically. Raganu Bhakti also done based upon Shastra only. But to develop the lobha, there is no need of Shastra. But to practice Raganu Bhakti, you need to have Shastra.
So we need guidance.
You need guidance.
So each and every, see, now we are in the dark. So each and every step it has to be with somebody, either Krishna or
Ragatmika Guru and also scriptures Guru. These three are possible. Yes. Yes. Okay. Aho batayam harina kunakaha kupana ishwara ratha charana paribramana yena. So swagana suhrut bandubhyah parivarjita saranam cha mopasadito mameva mata pitaro bratru gnati यथैकांश्चयोपायनान्यं कांचन वेद मय्यति विस्रम्भश्चात एव मया मत्परायणस्य पोषण पालन प्रेणन लालन मन लालनम अनसूयनानुष्ठेयं शरण्योपेक्षा दोष विदुषा पापा. These are all just how Bharata Maharaj feeling affection for this deer is being explained. The great king Maharaj Bharata began to think, alas, this helpless young deer, so by the force of time, an agent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has now lost its relatives and friends and has taken shelter of me. It doesn't know so anyone but me, as I have become its father, mother, brother, and relatives. This deer is thinking in this way and it has full faith in me. So you see, even the devotees also, what will happen? This material, so these are all, this is out of compassion also they will be entangled actually in the material things. And they can justify their compassion also. This is the best example. Sometimes, this girl doesn't have anyone. So for her bhakti, I should become a Rakshak. This is a compassion, but it is also dangerous. It looks so nice actually. Sometimes, so out of some family problems, out of compassion also, so one may get entangled actually. The example is Bharata Maharaj. He's seeing this so much, it's a nice thing. So giving care for a deer, Baby deer who is not having no father, no mother, no relatives. So no his own relatives, no animals also not there, other deers also not there, alone it is. And protecting this deer is my duty. For that I can do anything. I am a responsible person. They look so nice. But actually, for path of spirituality, they are not nice. They are not nice. So that's why compassion in a material way is also going to destroy their bhakti. It doesn't mean that we have to become heartless. No, but there is a way to do that. So there is a way to uplift every living entity. So that also not to get entangled. Such a way we should always take the actions, not in a compassion, so-called compassion, which is going to hamper your bhakti, your sadhana. You should be alert. That means it is coming, and still you are sticking to that material compassion as the high priority than the continuation of your sadhana, means you are already in the zone of, that means taking wrong decision. That means your offenses or otherwise your climate is causing your attachment, is cause for your attachment. So I should certainly raise, protect, gratify, and fondle it. When it has taken shelter with me, how can I neglect it? See how Paramatma is thinking. Even though the deer is disturbing my spiritual life, I realize that a helpless person who has taken shelter cannot be neglected. Not this point. That means being a Kshatriya nature also. So that means whose conditioning is not gone. So because of the aparadas also, conditioning will come out. Like Kshatriya mentality comes out. I am the protector of the innocent or sheltered people. So I have to do, this is my duty. This is what? This is also Kshatriya mentality, which comes. So this mentality is conditioning actually for Jivatma. This can come because of offenses, results of offenses. This conditioning mentality can come out.
If somebody who operates a bit of then it's very difficult to get the but it's
Yeah. But some still may be pending with it.
So, some people say this is so suddenly there is a, it looks like sudden shift.
Right. A result of the anartha, like a result of karma, when it comes, we don't know. So similarly, result of anartha, offense, can come at any time.
Suddenly shift will happen.
No, that's why what you have to do? You should be alert. Why I am getting this attachment? Why this lesson in the Bhagavatam? Why it is kept? The case of Bharata Maharaj. So Vasudev is so intelligent. So this case can happen, and to teach us, this example is given for us. When in our life, so we are regular sadhaka and feeling so much compassion for the unnecessary things and which is going to hamper our bhakti, even after hearing so many times. So that means we should understand that we have offenses. We are not able to remove that. Now we should focus on what? Shravanam Kirtana. Extremely we should focus. Otherwise, Gaya comes.
In such stage,
Pक्का चले जाएगा.
such a stage, because person has already been influenced by the offense and is helplessly. What to take shelter of more, Shravanam Kirtanam or prayers?
Association.
Prayers.
First association. Then we should express this to the expert. Then we take medicine of chanting and hearing in his association.
And then praying to the Lord.
Prayers also, Dainyatmika prayers we can do. But first important is holy name, chanting holy names. Nama Kirtan is more important. That's more glorious. That is only the remedy actually for the offenses of holy name.
But there only the sadhaka is feeling that I am so mad that I cannot stop the offenses.
That can be there, but that is not all the time. No? So all the time you should chant continuously. So holy name with that mode. And to preserve that bhajan sadhana, he needs the support. That is a strong association also needed. Alone he can't continue. once again his result of that offense will drag him down.
So Paramatma didn't take us.
No, but that point has not come still.
That point is not there, but obviously understandable, because so if some plant is very weak, then what you will do? You take the support and then it will grow. It will become, then after some days it will become strong, and then you don't need to give any support. Similarly, you become weak in your bhajan, and if you are alone, then what will happen? That will become more weak actually.
But
take support.
in this case, Dharma didn't realize only, he forgot, so he didn't understand the time.
Yeah. Then what can be done? Examples. But we should not take Bharat Maharaj. Kechit. Vadanti.
So, only God bola.
When a person is advanced in spiritual consciousness of Krishna consciousness, he naturally becomes very sympathetic toward all living entities suffering in the material world. Naturally, such an advanced person thinks of the suffering of the people in general. However, if one doesn't know the material sufferings of the fallen souls and becomes so sympathetic because of bodily comforts, as in the case of Bharat Maharaj, such a sympathy or compassion is the cause of one's fall down. Prabhupada is writing clearly. So that's why your sympathy for what? To not to create the bodily comforts for the jivas. Sympathy for jivas means how it should be?
Spiritually elevate.
Spiritually elevate. It should be like that. Of course, we take care of their material comforts to aid, to help. That comfort should help them to progress in spirituality. Like example, now we want to create Varnashrama societies. It's material arrangements. But why we are doing that? So to take out devotees from the non-devotee association, and so to make them to progress in being in the mode of goodness and to progress. Otherwise, we have no business with Varnashrama. It's nothing actually. It's not our business at all. But why we want to take that service? Only to protect the devotion of the devotees. If one is actually sympathetic to fallen, suffering, humility, he should try to elevate people from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. As far as the deer was concerned, Bharata Maharaj became very sympathetic. But he forgot that it was impossible him to elevate a deer to spiritual consciousness, because after all, a deer is but an animal, is a deer. Bhakti can be here. Now I want to ask a question. Bhakti can be done by any animal or not?
Yes.
Yes. But then why here it is said that so it is animal, we should not, it's impossible for him to elevate that deer. What sense Prabhupada is saying here? We hear that even an ant or cat also can do bhakti. If a cat is surrounding our deity room, then it's doing bhakti. Even so ant also can do bhakti. Bhakti can be done by any species. Yatsya sarvatra sarvada. Bhakti can exist everywhere and all the time. Everywhere means in any species it is possible. Then in that case, then Prabhupada is saying why here it's impossible to elevate. Here the point is, bhakti items can be done by anyone, but Shuddha Bhakti cannot be done by animals. What is the difference between Bhakti and Shuddha Bhakti? Here Bhakti means any spiritual activity. Just circumambulating deities. Can be done by ant or not? Yes. But Shuddha Bhakti means 24 hours. That means putting full faith on Krishna. And consciously, that means not having any other desires, and also not covering his bhakti with the other elements than the bhakti like jnana and karma. So such a state of mind is possible only for the humans. That too is developed because of understanding glories from the Shastra, where Shastra can be understood by only the people who have intelligence, matured intelligence, not the animals. So that's why Shuddha Bhakti cannot be done by, Dhrura Shraddha cannot be attained by the animals, but Bhakti can be done by anyone. So here elevation means Prabhupada is saying here. So elevation means what? So we can't elevate it, means you can't bring them to the platform of pure devotion. That is the meaning. Next. नूनं ह्यार्य साधव उपशमशीलाः कृपणसुहृदा एवं विदार्थे स्वार्थानपि गुरुतरान् उपेक्षन्ते. Even though one is in the renounced order, one who is advanced certainly feels compassion for suffering living entities. One should certainly neglect his own personal interest, although they may be very important to protect one who has surrendered. So, how the intelligence is built? So, he is thinking that doing bhakti is swartha, and to protect someone who is innocent and helpless, so is the highest thing. Doing sadhana is becoming what for him? Swartha. Selfishness. The only benefit we can render to suffering beings is to try to raise them to the spiritual consciousness. Material comforts cannot be increased or decreased. So, as Bhagavatam said, 1.5.18, Tal labhyate dukkavad anyataha sukham. How the pain comes, same way pleasure also comes. So that's why this is not the business of a person who want to give real benefit to the jivas. So what is the thing should be given? That's ahayutiki krupa. That means mercy to uplift spiritually. Next. I'll go to speak.
Question is there.
Iti krutanushanga asana शयनाटन स्नान अशनादिषु सह मृग जहुना स्नेहानुबद्ध हृदय आसीत. Due to attachment for the deer, Maharaj Bharat lay down with it, walked about with it, bathed with it, and even ate with it. साथ में मिलकर वो घास खा रहे हुए थे, ये भी घास खाने लगे, क्योंकि वानप्रस्थ में कोई नो कुकिंग, only fruits, leaves only they eat. So leaves both together they are eating. That much love he had. What can be done? Thus his heart became bound to the deer in affection. Kusha kusuma samit palasha fala mooladakanyaharaishyamano urka sala urkadibhyo bhayam आशंसमानो यदा सह हरिणकुणकेन वनम समाविशति. When Maharaj Bharat wanted to enter the forest to collect kusha grass, flowers, wood, leaves, fruits, roots, and water, he would fear the dogs, jackals, tigers, and other ferocious animals might kill the deer. He would therefore always take the deer with him when entering the forest. जब भी बाहर जाते साथ में, so इसको भी लेके चले जाते. Yeah. So yeah, yes. So how Maharaj Bharata increased his affection for the deer is described here. Even 1 minute also he can't stay without that deer. Even such an exalted personality as Bharata Maharaj, who had attended loving affection, we have seen already, na? So in the previous chapter, how his symptoms, sometimes his heart getting melted and he's getting all the different symptoms of the prema. Such a person now, so left all the sadhana, everything. And he left his family, wife, children, everything for the sake of bhakti. Now he left that bhakti also for sake of small deer. What is this? Fell down from his position due to his affection for some animal. Consequently, as will be seen, he had to accept the body of a deer in the next his life. Since this was the case with Bharata Maharaj, what can we say of those who are not advanced in spiritual life, but who become attached to cats and dogs? Due to their affection for their cats and dogs, they have to take the same body. Unless we increase our faith in Supreme Lord, we shall be attracted to many other things. That is the cause of our material bondage. So what is our goal now? Tell me. Dhrida Shraddha. And doing bhajan now before Dhrida Shraddha, also maintaining goodness, association, all should lead to get Dhrida Shraddha, and Dhrida Shraddha will be, so automatically symptom of Dhrida Shraddha is more and more dedication for increasing Shraddha means more and more dedication of time and energy for Krishna, direct service for Krishna. This is the result actually. So that means many times we think what to improve. Many people they think what to improve. They think that humility I should improve. Some people they think that I should improve my study or reading I should improve. But they have to have a clear understanding of what they have to improve. So in which direction everything should move. And families also, grasthas, they also think what kind of steps they should take so to progress in spiritual life. So what kind of measures they should follow and precautions, methods. For that, there should be a clear understanding of our path and where we are and how to progress from there. What are the different things which can stumbling blocks? Then how to identify, then how to rectify. This is the nothing but things we should know from Bhagavad. So this is needed for sadhana. ऐसा नहीं तो कैसा है जैसे उधर है कुछ और इधर पीटने लगेंगे तो है ना कुछ पर्दा के नीचे कुछ रहते हैं कुछ चूहा चूहा उधर है कोई चूहा को मारना चाहते हैं और इधर पीट रहे तो क्या होता है तो पतिषु च मुग्ध भावेन तत्र तत्र विषक्तमति प्रणय बर हृदय कार्पण्यात् कार्पण्यात् स्कंधेनोद्वहति एवं उत्संग उरसी चाधोपालाल पाल पलालयन मुदम परमम. When entering the forest, the animal would appear very attractive to Maharaj Bharata due to its childish behavior. Maharaj Bharata would even take the deer on his shoulder and carry it due to affection. His heart was so filled with great love for the deer that he would sometimes keep it on his lap or when sleeping on his chest. In this way, he felt great pleasure in fondling the animal.
It's not ordinary. Like ऐसा कोई नहीं होता है. This is clear reference by the Lord.
So such a deep attachment he got for that deer, leaving everything and all sadhana and going behind this. So this is not definitely it's not an ordinary thing. It's a Lord's arrangement to increase his love actually. So what is the use of renouncing life? Because he left everything and now he got attached to this. Next, kriyayam nirvatyamanayam antarale pyuthayotthaya yadenam abhichakshita tarhi vavasa varshapatihi prakrutisthena manasa tasma asisha ashaste swasti syat vatsa te sarvata iti. When Maharaj Bharata was actually worshipping the Lord or was engaged in some ritualistic ceremony, although his activities were unfinished, he would still at intervals get up and see where the deer was. So अर्चना कर रहे हैं बीच बीच में ऐसा है तो फूल जैसा अभी दीप दिया तो जाके वो देखती है कहाँ है ये get up and see. In this way he would look for it, and when he could see that the deer was comfortably situated, his mind and heart would be very satisfied, and he would bestow his blessings upon the deer, saying, "My dear calf, may you be happy in all respects." While trying to meditate, he would simply think of the deer, wondering where it had gone. In other words, if one mind is attracted from worship, and a mere show of worship will not be of any benefit. Sometimes actually in the pujari rooms also they keep on playing reels and doing worship. तो दे अभी तो दोपहर कोई नहीं आते हैं, ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा रील उधर चलाते रहे. I have seen. These are all practical examples. I didn't see, but I am saying I have seen the people like that with my own eyes. ऐसे standards भी हैं कुछ कुछ centers में. I was also pujari for 3 years.
When you saw it,
Huh?
when you saw him, what was his as a immense,
No, it's a common practice there actually.
What's the next?
That means maybe few centers are a good standard, but if you go and see, so many places actually standards are went utterly down actually. Even nobody, no in charges go very rarely. The VC or the journal secretary supervisors, they go there.
Especially where we have those paid pujaris coming.
Paid pujari is actually like that. Is there? Is there actually? Standards went such utterly down. Anyada brusham udvignamanaha nashtadravinaiva kripanah sa karunamati tarshena harina kunaka viraha vihvala hrdaya santapta santapastamo tamevanu kila kasmalam mahadabirambhita iti hovacha. If Bharata Maharaj sometimes couldn't see the deer, his mind would be very agitated. He would become like a miser who, having obtained some riches, had lost them and had then become very unhappy. When the deer was gone, he would be filled with anxiety and would lament due to separation. Thus, he would become illusion and speaks as follows. Speak as you need to indicate even a while also. Oh, I am going this direction, wrong direction. No, completely. So engrossed in that deeply. So like how a person who lost a gold, say a poor person, so how he so laments like that, he was not seeing the deer, he was like that. Apibata savai krupana balako mruta harini sutaho mamanaryasya shatakirata mater akruta sukrutasya कृत विश्रंब आत्म प्रयत्नेन तद अविगणयन सृजन इव agamishyati. So Bharata Maharaj would think, अपने आप में ऐसे सोच रहे, alas, the deer is now helpless. I am now very unfortunate and my mind is like a cunning hunter. That means thinking Lord and doing bhajan is thinking that he is a cunning hunter. So, for it is always filled with the cheating propensities and cruelty. The deer has put its faith in me. Just as a good man who has a natural interest in a good my sister actually. So just as good a man who has a natural interest in good behavior forgets the behavior of a cunning friend and puts his faith in him. That means he's thinking that this deer put complete faith in me, but I am doing my own swartha. That means my selfish activities. I am not taking care of that deer. Who put faith on me, so I am not giving shelter to them and simply doing my own activities. What is this? This is a cruelty. He's thinking like that. It's a cruelty. Next. Api kshemenasmin ashramopavane shashpani charantam devaguptam dakshana. Alas, is it possible that I shall again see this animal protected by the Lord and fearless of tigers and other animals? Shall I again see him wandering in the garden eating soft grass? माने एक दिन वो चले गए, अब वो नहीं दिख रहे हैं अभी, तो क्या हो गया तब तो उसके लिए भी सोच रहे. सो अपिचा ना वृकः साल वृको अन्यतमो वा नैचेका एक चरो वा बक्षति. माने एक दिन क्या हुआ, ऐसा रोज करते थे लेकिन एक दिन ऐसा चले गए, जंगल में चले गए. वो कितना दिन रहेगी वो? क्योंकि it also needs his friends and his bodily needs also will be there, na? Oh, this man is loving me, I should be here. No, this is material properties. So that's why it left actually, left to the forest. Now he started. I don't know that the deer might have been eaten by a wolf or a dog or by a boar. That flocks together are the so tiger who travels alone. Ekaikasha means tigers always go alone. He is confident. I can do myself, protect and hunt. But all the wolves and all these are all go in a jund, actually, in a group. So Nimlochitaha Bhagavan Sakala Jagat Kshemodaya Srayatmadyapi Mamana Mrgava Dhunyasa Agachati. Alas, when the sun rises, all auspicious things begin. Unfortunately, they have not begun for me. That means अभी शाम हो गया actually. और ये डियर वापस नहीं आ रहे अभी कहाँ चले गए पता नहीं ये क्या क्या खा के खत्म किए. So maybe some animals might have eaten. Like that he is thinking. The sun god is the Vedas personified, but I am bereft of all Vedic principles. That sun god is now setting. Yet the poor animal who trusted me since its mother died hasn't returned. नहीं आया अभी तक. सूर्यास्तमय हो गया. And he's blaming Surya. Surya also they blaming himself. So because Surya is getting setting, sun setting. So sun is setting because he is not fortunate. Like that, he's become mad actually. Api svid akruta sukrutam agatya mam sukaishyati harina raja kumaro vividha ruchira darshaniya nija mrugadaraka vinodair asantosham swanam apanudan. The deer is exactly like a prince. When it will return, my prince, when it will return, when it will again display its personal activities, which are also so pleasing, when it will again pacify a wounded heart like mine, I certainly must have no pious assets. Otherwise, the deer would have returned by now. Kshelikayam mam. So Mrisha Samadhi Namili Tadrisham Prema Samrambhena Chakita Agatya Prushada Parusha Vishanagrena Lutati. Alas, the small deer, while playing with me and seeing me feigning meditation with closed eyes, would circumambulate me due to anger arising from love, and it would fearfully so touch me with the points of its soft horns, which felt like drops of water. So he's remembering how this used to this give the hit. There's a small deer with his soft so horns and so on. So he's so just another 5 minutes. आसादित हविषि बर्हिषि दूषिते मयोपलब्धो भीतः सद्युपरत तरसा सद्यु सपद्युपरत रास ऋषिकुमारवत अवहित करण वकलाप आस्ते. When I placed all the sacrificial ingredients on the krusha grass, the deer, when playing, would touch the grass with his teeth and thus pollute it. When I chastised the deer by pushing it away, it would immediately become fearful and sit down motionless, exactly like a son of a saintly person. Thus, it would stop it, play. लीला उनको याद कर रहे हैं एक्चुअली डीर लीला. किं वा अरे आचरितम तपस्विना अनया यदियम अवनिहि सविनय कृष्ण सारतनय तनुतर सुभग शिवतमाख माखर खुर पद पंकिभिर द्रविण विधुरातुरस्य कृपणस्य मम द्रविण पदवीं सूचयन्त्यात्मानं च सर्वतः कृतकौतुकं द्विजानां स्वर्गापवर्ग कामानां देवयजनं करोति. So he's speaking himself actually like this. After speaking like a madman in this way, Maharaj Bharata got up and went aside. Seeing the footprints of the deer on the ground, he praised the footprints out of love, saying, That means Krishnasara deer, wherever it goes, that is the best place to do the sacrifice. So that's why known as pious place. So generally that's considered. So he is now remembering the footprints of this deer and thinking like this. Oh unfortunate Bharata, he is thinking for himself. Your austerities and penances are very insignificant compared to the penance and austerity undergone by this earth planet. Due to Earth's severe penances, the footprints of this deer, which are small, beautiful, most auspicious, and soft, are imprinted on the earth of this fortune planet. See how he is thinking actually. This series of footprints show a person like me who am bereaved due to loss of the deer. How the animal has passed through the forest and how I can regain my lost wealth. By these footprints, this land has become a proper place for Brahmanas who desire heavenly planets or liberation to execute sacrifices to the demigods. So he is considering Mother Earth is so fortunate, did so much tapasya because she got the footprints of this deer. Next, you said loving affairs. He forgets. That means it is said that when a person becomes overly involved in loving affairs, he forgets himself as well as others. And he forgets how to act and how to speak. He became mad now, you see. It is said that when a man's son was blind since birth, the father, out of staunch affection for the child, named him Padmalochan, or lotus eye. This is the situation arising from blind love. Bharata Maharaj gradually fell into this condition due to his material love for the deer. It is said in the Smriti Shastra, Yasmin Deshe Mruga Krishna. This so where the deer walks, that place is auspicious place. Apisid asau bhagavan udupatirrenam mrugapatir bhayat mrugamataram mrugabalakam swashrama paribrastam anukampaya kripana janavatsalaha paripati. Maharaj Parikshit continued to speak like a madman, seeing above his head the dark marks of on the rising moon. Now he's seeing that's in the dark. This night happened, na? So he's seeing the moon, so which resembled a deer. He said, like in that moon, that dark spots looks like a because एक बार अंधे हो गए ना जिस प्रेम से वो सब वही दिखते हैं हर जगह है ना तो जो जिस पर प्रेम होता है वही दिखने लगता है हर जगह. So, can it be that the moon, who is so kind to an unhappy man, might also be kind upon my dear, knowing that he has strayed from home, has become motherless? That means he thinks that this moon is so nice, it is seeing that this deer is alone, and he gave shelter to. So that moon gave shelter to this deer, and that's why now deer is sitting there. This moon has given the deer shelter near itself just to protect it from the fearful attacks of a lion. इतना पागलपन की इतना तक चले गए. This is too much, na?
We have heard in movies also that they see the face of the heroine in the film.
Yes. All the wrong symptoms. किंवात्मा जविश्लेष ज्वर दहन शिखाभिर उपतप्यमान हृदय स्थल नलिन नीकम मामुप श्रुत मृगीतनयम शिशिराशांतानुराग गुणिता तनिज वदन सलिलामृत मय गभस्तिभिः स्वधायतीति च. After seeing the moonshine, Maharaj Bharata continued speaking like a crazy man. He said, the deer's son was so submissive and dear to me that due to its separation, I am feeling separation from my own son. Due to the burning fever of this separation, I am suffering as if inflamed by a forest fire. My heart, which is like a lily of the land, is now burning. Seeing me so distressed, the moon is certainly splashing its shining nectar upon me, just as a friend throws water on another friend who has high fever. In this way, the moon is bringing me happiness. So he is thinking. So now his heart is burning because of missing this, and that moon is giving the soft rays actually. This cooling, soothing, moon rays. So purport we read according to Ayurvedic treatment, it is said that if one has high fever, someone should splash him with water after gargling. Gargling this water. Gargle it and splash on the face. In this way, the fever subsides.
I think we should try.
Although Bharata Maharaj was very, we should try. Huh? Please give the result. Huh? I will use in next class. Brothers. Although Bharata Maharaj was very aggrieved due to separation of his so-called son. The deer, he thought that the moon was splashing gargle water on him from its mouth and that this water would subdue his high fever, which was raising due to separation from the deer. Okay, we'll stop here. So 26 sloka is going to explain that Swarabdha Karmana. So little discussion we do, then we'll finish in next chapter also. We'll finish tomorrow. Thank you. Prabhupada ki Nitai Gaur.